Good morning, good morning. I have my Gansai Tombai, whatever these watercolors are from Japan that are luscious. Luscious, luscious, luscious. I put them all in here. I have them sorted by colors. I think I have two big box sets. They're different, but there's a lot of colors that are quite similar. But anyhow, so I have them separated. But let me move this other pile out of the way. Every time I think I'm done with playing around and I want to get back to a project, I come up with something else. So apparently I'm still jumbling around, figuring out what I want to do. But this is the, what do they call it? The doctor exam paper. And it's supposed to be, you're supposed to squirt it with water and then do whatever. And it's, then when it dries, you can use Mod Podge on anything and it dries transparent. So wherever there's no paint or no medium, it'll be, whoopsie, plain. But, and it's very strong, it won't rip. But I think I just want to play around with it and see what happens. And have a big brush. And I'm just playing. I'm not doing anything. And I probably won't even know what it is going to do because it won't be dry. Because I like, especially with this kind of a paint product, I like it to air dry better than machine dry. I just like, it's a little bit sharper to me. See, this is not even going through. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. That's interesting, though. I didn't know it would do that. But apparently, if you use like some kind of matte medium or whatever, I don't know if you need to use matte or gloss. I'll probably have to check into that. But, you can't even tell. It looks like it's painted on. It doesn't look like a separate piece of paper. There's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just putting color down. Two deer this morning, but one was in our yard. And yesterday, my husband was out on the telephone and on the front porch because he has to be away from me. I make too much noise. Apparently this is noisy. But he was out on the front porch on the phone. And a deer stood up in the 4 o'clocks behind his car and walked to the top of the hill. He's like, oh, I guess I woke a deer up. But see, now this is supposed to be stronger than tissue paper and more transparent than tissue paper when it dries. It's not like Tomoe River paper, which is luscious to paint on, which used to be the stuff they made Hobonichis out of. I think they're not making them out of that anymore. Isn't that right, Kurti? Kurti knows everything about the Hobonichis. And I have a pretty wet brush too. Ugh. Ooh, now where am I going to hang this so it can dry? I guess I can hang it on the filing cabinet. But you're supposed to be able to do quite close to the same thing with tissue paper. Tissue paper just rips easier. This supposedly doesn't rip. Now, I did manhandle it pretty much when I was painting it, but it's gone through every layer. Every layer has green on it. I didn't exactly want that to happen. I have like 4 pieces of paper here, just so that they were ease of close by, whatever that word is I'm trying to figure out. I had the daylight scared out of me this morning. At like 6 o'clock, the dog started barking. We were in bed still, and the dog was barking, and I went to grab him to not wake up my husband, and I saw lights in the driveway, so I went out to the front door, and the car that was in the driveway had a blue light on it, on the roof, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. Then I realized it was backing up. I'm like, well, maybe he's in the wrong driveway. And then I realized there was something on the front porch from Amazon. So it was an independent Amazon driver delivering at 6 o'clock in the morning. And they were in a car that looked like an unmarked car with a blue light on the top. I'm like, and it was lit. I'm like, that's a little suspicious. But no wonder the dog was barking, because he saw headlights and blue light. Coming down the driveway. But once he realized what it was, and because I took him with me, and he's like, okay, I'm ready to go back to bed now. Can you please put me back on the bed? I'm like, yes, Your Highness. Ooh, that's pretty. But again, it goes through. But see, I mean, pulling, like tissue paper, if you pulled it apart like that, if you had painted on top of the layers, it probably would have ripped. Ooh, it's going to be like stained glass. I'm holding it up next to my light. It is like stained glass. Okay. I can use this filing cabinet door. You're supposed to use these. Oh, shoot. You're supposed to be able to use these on a jelly plate too, but I have a squirt bottle. I don't know where it is. So I'm just doing this way. And then it gets the paint urge out of my system for a couple hours. Oh, I got my Van Gogh t-shirt. I'm going to put a picture of it. I saw Gainer Paddle had one of these on last Thursday. Today is Tuesday. I ordered that thing Thursday night, and it came yesterday. Not by unmarked Amazon delivery at 6 o'clock in the morning, though. Do you know what was in that package? It was a dry bag that my husband is going to use to bring bacon into an island in the Bahamas. He is going to visit a friend who just bought a house down there, and they can't get bacon, good bacon. So he's like, if you're coming, can you go to Costco and get us some good bacon? I'm like, you have to check that then. You can't go with your normal, I'm only carrying a light bag with me. That's how he wants to travel with me. Why have we got all these suitcases? Which I'd pack pretty light also. And he's like, I said, you're going to have to check that. He goes, yeah, I know. I'm like, you'll do it for bacon, but you won't do it for me. He goes, priorities, right, Gunner? Priorities. I'm like, yeah. He said this house used to belong to somebody in England, but it hasn't been used in several years, and there's a lot of upkeep that needs to be done. So he's got some workers down there helping him do some stuff. It's like, it must be nice to be very, very wealthy. I've heard this name bounced around for years. I've never met him. I've met some of his friends, but at different things with my husband, but I've never met this guy. Because sometimes he's working in South Carolina and sometimes he's not. And I said, what does he do for a living? He goes, I'm really not sure. I'm like, yeah. He used to own some racehorses. So who knows? Who knows? Okay, I need another filing cabinet drawer to hang this thing on. That's not going to work. Oh, these are so pretty. Except I have to stick to all cool colors because I layered everything on top of each other. This one's not so bad. I might pull this one out and do warm. Oopsie, sorry. This, oh, I did it again, sorry. This one did have some other colors on it. And now if it goes through to my new blotter paper under lining paper, that'd be fine. Because I put a new one on there. Ooh, this is like a piney turquoisey green. But other than that, it's kind of quiet around here. There were people next door for almost 2 weeks renting the house next door. Yeah, it's an Airbnb. Don't get me started on that road. But we never even heard them talk. I said, this must be a deaf and mute family. I don't know if that's the politically correct words to use anymore. Non-speaking sign language. I'm like, these people are so quiet. And they had kids. There were 2 couples and at least 3 kids, because the last time we went out on the boat, they were going out and we saw them because we were turning around to park, dock, whatever you call it. And I'm like, there are kids in that. We saw some kids, but they just don't make any noise. They're so quiet. But I think what happens a lot here, they're here for some kind of business, something or other, and then they do stuff in the afternoon or evening with their family. But they were here, these people were from Ohio. They brought their boat, a nice big boat, and which we are in a deep cove, so that was no problem. And around 4 o'clock every day, they would go out in their boat quietly, come back in quietly. And I'm like, I think he works. One of them is working, and the rest of them came and had a 2-week vacation. But they were quiet during the day. Ooh, this is so much fun. This is good therapy. Because there's no wrong or right. No, nothing bad. There's no wrong or right to this. Oh, this is so good. Ooh, look at my blotter page. Whatever you call it, drop cloth, whatever you call it. All right, here's another filing cabinet door. Just hanging up my laundry. Ooh, these are so pretty. I'll show them to you tomorrow. They'll be dry. Okay, I'm gonna try to do warm. Oh, you know what? What's on the bottom page? It's gonna come through here too. I might just have to do cool colors, because that paper underneath was gonna filter through too. Let's do some circles. I haven't done any circles. It was so hot this morning. It wasn't hot, it was humid. Oh, so humid. When it knocks, it's that time of year when the humidity hits you in the face. As soon as you go outside, you're like, ah! And the dog's looking for people that have sprinkler systems that run them first thing in the morning. It's like, is there any puddles? I need a puddle. I'm like, we're going to have to start bringing him water. But we're going like 6:30. 7 o'clock to walk to avoid as much heat as possible. A lot of people do. There's a couple that have 2 golden retrievers. They walk them because, of course, they have a lot of hair. There's another lady that has a little dog like ours, Rascal. She walks early. Except Rascal and Gunner do not get along. Of course, it's the battle of the little dogs. I want to put a bright pink. I don't know if I have a... Oh, but when it dries, I might put bright pink paint marker on here. I don't think I have a magenta. Let's see what that does. In the blank spots. So it doesn't bleed as much into the other colors and make mud. It's like a tie-dye t-shirt almost. Just because of how I'm doing it. Lots of water. It runs. But it's not tearing at all. I don't think I could do this with tissue paper. This willy-nilly manhandling it. Not being gentle whatsoever. Ooh, that one's pretty. I wonder if I could get a little yellow in here in a couple places. This looks like a tie-dye t-shirt. This is gorgeous. I feel like I'm basting a turkey. This is a whole lot more fun. Ooh, that's so pretty. I wonder, I don't think it'll dry as vibrant. Obviously, it's going to dry. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Okay, I need another filing cabinet. I don't have another one. I could hang it up here maybe. Kind of hanging it off the drawers. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. This is how I end up looking like this every day. These paints are luscious. They really are. They're not cheap. I don't think they're as expensive as, you know, some professional oil paints. But they're called watercolors, but they've got a ton of pigment in them. They are just gorgeous to play with. Okay, what color is this? Kind of like a mustard, I think. Might be the same color. 42, 43. Pretty close. I'm going to try some browns. Just kind of make this one natural. Got a little blue, a little green seeping through, but I wonder. Oh, here's an orange. Let's try orange. We had our fireworks Saturday night, because they always do them on the Saturday before the 4th of July up here on the lake. And this was the first year. Not the first year I didn't go, but it's the first year my husband didn't go. They didn't. The church that we go to, I haven't been in a long time. My husband does a Friday men's thing. But they always cook hot dogs and hamburgers. And it's part of a fundraiser. But this was the first year the men of the church did not do any cooking. Mainly because our church split, and the people that own this property, where everybody can go watch them, which has ringside seats to a good bit of the large part of the lake, way out from us. They went to the other part of the church, and she did. He has passed away, and I don't think he would have appreciated her going to the other section of the church, but she did, and And rightly so. Oh my God, look at this paper. Rightly so. Anything at the lake now brings back a lot of memories for her, because they've had their lake house for longer than we've been here. We've been here 30 years. My husband's been here 35-ish. Oh! This is gorgeous. Some of it's mud. I might just let it dry. Don't even try to fill in the gaps. But anyhow, it's kind of sad when things change that you've been doing for 30 years. But we could hear him out there. Plus Gunner. Whew, one of us has to stay with Gunner. He is deathly afraid of fireworks. They have him at the beach in October for Halloween on Saturday nights. Because they have like a Halloween movie outside. Then they'll have a couple fireworks afterwards. But Gunner does not like it at all. He wants to hide in a corner somewhere. Well, I just put this paper down. This is regular white painter's paper. Painter's masking paper. Anyhow, the fireworks were loud and long. Well, they go for like 40 minutes. But you hear the finale. Boom, 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 boom. Back here. Okay, I think I'm just going to let that dry where it is. Try to put some of these. This is some kind of crafter's box, but I saw somebody else do this on the interwebs, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect for those things. And I can get like four of these little trays in one little slot. And then I do have those green boxes still because I love them, but they're all in one place and kind of protected. Okay, this is gonna dry, and I'll use it tomorrow for something, and I gotta go wash up. That was fun. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I don't know. I'll take pictures of these. Oh, they're so pretty. Well, I'll show them to you tomorrow. Oh, they're really pretty. Might have to do that again. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.